All right, guys. So, what do we want to talk about?
Let's talk about futures.
Okay. So, here we are. We're talking about Futures, the record,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
displayed by Rick.
Got the insert. This is the insert with all the details.
Oh man, so I think this is what I was telling someone recently is that I think this was the hardest album we ever had to make. Do you guys agree or disagree with that?
I agree.
I agree as well.
There was a lot of pressure.
It was pretty hard, yeah.
It was the first record we made where we didn't feel like we were making it anonymously.
That's right.
Yes, that's true. I mean, even making Bleed American, there was, things were progressing, but, there was a significant progression going from Bleed American to Futures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started making the record with Mark Trombino. That sort of went awry for probably a few reasons. And then we ended up picking it back up with Gil Norton. What was it like working with Gil Norton?
Gil was a machine,
Yeah.
hell bent on perfection.
Absolutely. And incredibly dedicated. His wife was at home with, I believe, 2 broken ankles while we were in
Oh, that's
Tucson,
right.
Florida. Yeah, like
And also 2 young boys too. I think they're
yeah,
boys.
yeah.
So yeah, that's the one thing that sticks out to me about Gil was I think because we were kind of in a weird headspace. A, we were making the record for the second time. B, our label had just been bought out by Universal, so we sort of, without having any say in the matter, got moved from DreamWorks to Interscope, and then we had, and then Gil kind of came on, and I feel like even though Gil is such an ass kicker and such a hard person to work with, not a hard person to work with, but he demands a lot. He demanded a lot of us, probably more than anyone else that we've ever worked with. Like we needed that kind of dude in the mix to get us across the finish line.
Yeah. I've always told people that like Gil he just shows up ready to work so hard that you can't let the outside person work harder than you if it's your record. It's like it sort of sets the example of like, okay, this is what we're doing. And you can't let him work harder on your record than you are on your record.
Yeah.
Yeah, he set the pace for sure. I remember getting really frustrated with him at times, but I always remember like he kind of in those times it sort of elicited in me like a better performance or or realization that I was just being a wuss and needed to toughen up. But he was amazing. So much nicer to hang out with Gil when you're not making a record with him because he's such a slave driver.
He also worked with engineer Dave Schiffman.
Yes, Dave is amazing.
Surviving.
Yeah, he mixed
Surviving as well.
engineered Surviving, the drums on Surviving. And then mixed by Rich Costey.
Yes, that's right. Rich Costey.
And the thing I remember about Rich is he always had the sort of log cabin incense going, and that was kind of nice. I like that.
Oh yes, the sandalwood log cabin thing going,
Yeah.
which I think we ended up buying an exact copy of that for our studio afterwards.
Yes, we need to get a new one of those because I feel like that's like gotten lost in the shuffle. I remember when we were back in Cello, which is now East West, and we were mixing with Rich Costey, and we were also doing a lot of tracking then because we were trying to finish up some last minute songs. So we were in Studio 3 at East West, which was then Cello, and then we were also mixing in the mix room, and then our friends, the band Gratitude, were tracking in room A, and they were with Chris Testa, who was engineering that record, and Jim Scott was producing that album. Chris Testa after meeting him then and like kind of hanging out with him then and becoming friends with him then. Ended up being our engineer for Chase This Light. And it was cool hanging out with the Gratitude guys like Jonah and Mark and Jeremy and those dudes.
Yeah, that was like the real LA studio recording experience. Working in cello, like meeting George Draculius, and when he was working in Room 2 with was it Tiff Merritt? I think he was making a record for.
Yeah.
And he kept barging in with
frozen margaritas, trying to get us to be on the Dodgeball soundtrack because he was a MD for that or something. Like,
yeah.
So, and then I remember we played a lot of ping pong with the Gratitude guys because they had a ping pong table set up in their track in Studio A. And then the other thing I remember that sticks out a lot from that album was when we were in Room 3 tracking Jen for like the 90th time. And Room 3 is famous for being where Brian Wilson made Pet Sounds. And a bunch of other albums, amazing, legendary, California rock and roll band albums were made there. But I mean, that one being the biggest, most important one. And while we were doing that, Brian Wilson was tracking like at the same time in Studio 2.
Right.
And he I don't think I was in the control room, but I think if someone was in there, maybe you tell the story.
I think it was just Gil. Was in there? Were you in there, Tom?
Yeah, I was with Gil. Mm-hmm. Gil had an old Pet Sounds record. Actually, he went over to Amoeba and bought it, and had Brian sign it for him.
Yeah, didn't Brian wander in and he was like, "Hey, I'm Brian Wilson.
Yeah,
I used to make records here."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's kind of a crazy moment to be in a sort of sacred space that the person who sort of made it sacred walks in and checks in on you, and you feel like you're invading their space, even though neither of your spaces really.
Yeah.
But it was a super challenging record, but I think at the end of it all, we look back on, at least I do, with like kind of probably like if someone were to ask me what record you were the most proud of looking back and just sort of factoring in everything we dealt with, I'm really proud of that album and how we kind of pushed through and ended up with an album that we're super proud of, and that it didn't end up sucking.
Definitely.
It's a nice thing.
Awesome, guys. Well, should we check out what some fans have to say about it?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's check it out.
What's up? This is Jim from Jimmy Eat World. I was wondering if you could help us out by leaving a message telling us something about Futures, either a memory or a story or something that was important to you. Just anything you think of. Thanks a lot, and I hope to see you on the road soon.
I don't think you guys know or truly understand how important this album is, not just to me, but so many people, and how many lives it saved, mine included. Futures, you gave me a future. You gave me a life to look forward to with my wonderful wife and starting a family. And I'll never be able to repay that kindness. Thank you guys so much. Polaris is the jam.
Hi. I was 14 when Futures came out, so naturally I made my parents go get the album for me. And once I did, it changed my life. I was basically the girl that was obsessed with Jimmy Eat World and told everyone that they had to listen to the new album. It's a life changer. Thanks, guys.
Hi, this is Ryan. So with Futures, I definitely had my first kiss while listening to it. I believe Work was the track when that makeout session started. So thanks for the action, guys. See ya.
As a music lover my whole life, all the way from Australia, you guys have been like the soundtrack to my life. Futures is easily my favourite album of all time. Polaris. there's so many. Every single song on that album, I class it as the perfect album. So glad that I discovered you guys when I needed you, and that you've been there all through my good times and my bad times. Jimmy Eat World, Futures, what can I say? It's the best.
Futures was the album that I listened to all through high school and still to this day. And that album got me through so many hard times in my life, and it still continues to help me with my life. Work and pain and drugs in me, and 23 in particular, are everything to me. Work and play, they're never okay.
Hey, this is Shannon, and I just want to say I've been a fan of yours since I was 15 years old, and every single album you guys have put out has always been such an important factor in the moment that my life has gone on with. And Futures completely changed my life, and it was the album that I needed at a certain point in my life. Thank you guys for everything that you do. Absolutely love you guys.
Hey, this is Mike from Minnesota, and Futures is a great album. I've always really dug it. It almost feels like a movie in some ways, I guess, just because it kind of feels like you have to listen to it start to finish. So super cool that you guys are doing an all album or complete album show. So thanks for all the awesome music, and keep rocking.
Hi guys, it's Caitlin from Rhode Island. I've traveled to see you guys live in Providence, Boston, New York City, and even at the Shaky Knees Music Festival in Atlanta. Thank you so much for doing these live shows. It gives us something to look forward to during these crazy times. The Futures album came out when I was graduating high school, and I have lots of good memories tied to this album. My favorite song is 23, and I usually give you a hard time when you don't play it live, so I'm sorry about that. But for real, I have a 23 tattoo, and it serves as a reminder to not sit around and wait for things to happen. Love you guys. Rock on.
Wow, this is amazing. Saw you guys at Red Rock. It was life-changing. I have followed you guys for the last 18 years. Good Lord. It's been so long. Love these shows. Can't wait to see you back out on the road.
Hi, guys. I think you guys did a great job with Futures. I'm a big fan, and that's definitely one of my favorite albums. That album definitely helped me through a few hard times, especially after the end of my first relationship. Definitely some good advice in that album. Keep up the great work, and you guys rock.
Hi, this is Courtney. I was front row for the Futures 10 show in Adelaide, front centre. It was the most magical concert I've ever been to, and then you played Disintegration, and it changed my life. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, I've always loved this album ever since I picked it up in 2005. I have a lot of history with it, but I wanted to share a more recent memory. I was talking to this guy, and last month we set up a first date. I was supposed to meet him, but there was a huge snowstorm that morning. I decided to drive down anyway because I had this feeling that I needed to get there. On the way down, I listened to Futures from front to back in the hopeful way that I always do. When I got to his house, we were standing in the living room, and he decided to put on some background music as we were chatting. Out of every album possible, out of anything he could have picked, this dude starts playing Futures, and I had this total movie moment where I just stopped and smiled to myself. Because of course he did. Anyways, it's going really well. Thanks for always encouraging me to believe in Futures. Take care.
Hey guys, just been a fan since day one, since Static Prevails, and just seen you guys multiple times, and I've actually gotten my son into you guys. He was probably about 7 or 8 when I first had him start listening to Jimmy Eat World, and I've been able to take him to 2 of your shows now, and that's a fantastic feeling, and I look forward to showing him Futures this coming Friday. Talk to you guys later.
Hi, this is Liz from No Band. I don't have a band. But my favorite song off Futures is The World You Love. It's so mournful and full of regret, but also hope. And it, it makes me cry. It's a great song. I love the emotion of it. I love the driving of it. And the ultimate feeling that I get of it is hope going forward and leaving behind your mistakes. And I love it. It's an amazing song, and it makes me cry when I see it live, for sure. I can't wait for Friday.
Looking at the stars right now, you guys changed my life. Thank you so much.
Hi, I just wanted to say thanks for all the memories. Hey guys, this is Julie from Atlanta, Georgia. Just wanted to let you know Futures will always have a special place in my heart. Thank you so much for writing and recording it, and I cannot wait to hear it on Friday. Rock on.
Your guys' music has always meant a lot to me, and Integrity Blues helped get me through some really hard times after my divorce. Anyways, I appreciate the music from your number one fan in Boise, Jonathan.
Hey, Tom. Eddie from San Antonio, Texas. I guess favorite song is 23, and I think it coincides with my memory as well. My wife's favorite song is also 23, and we're huge fans. We've seen you guys live so many times, and every single time you all play 23 live, I actually stop watching the band and I watch my wife, and seeing her kind of smile and just so happy to hear it live makes me happy. And so I think that's why that's my favorite song. Anywho, love you guys. Thanks so much.
Hi, Jim, Tom, Rick, and Zach. I just wanted to call and thank you guys so much for your music over the years. I was a senior in high school in Mesa when Futures came out, and that album was something I listened to nonstop that year. So much of the songs resonated with me then and have continued to, even as an adult. I've seen you guys in concert more times than I can count. I went to the Futures anniversary show a few years ago, and now I live in Indonesia, and I'm so grateful for this show that you're doing this weekend, because even on the other side of the world, I still get to connect and enjoy your music. So thank you so much again. I love you guys, and I can't wait to listen to Futures and watch you guys rock out this weekend. Thanks.
Hi, this is Sarah. I only have a couple of seconds. I'm at work, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I crank Futures and the other albums, but right now mostly Futures in the bookmobiles that I drive around Scott County, Kentucky. So you are the official music of Scott County Public Library in Kentucky. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
Hey guys, this is April and Johnny. One memory that we have that's close to our heart is dancing to 23 during our wedding in 2006. When we've been forever grateful for you guys and have been attending all your concerts ever since. Can't wait for Friday.
Hi, I love you guys. I've been listening to you for 20 years now. You guys are one of my favorites, and I hope you keep going for a long, long, long time. Thanks. Bye. I love you.
Futures came out my senior year of high school, and to me it has always been the perfect album from start to finish. Not a single song is bad. They're all amazing, and it is one of the albums that takes me back to a place of happy memories and good times, and one that I continually listen to throughout all these years. Thank you so much for making this album. I absolutely love it. Thank you.
You guys have always been a bright spot in the darkest times for me, so thanks for keeping that up through COVID. Also, thanks to Julie and Rob for the awesome birthday gift of all your live concerts. This is amazing.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to take a moment to put together all of your titles into little short poems. I hope you like it. Drugs are me. Just tonight, I'd like you to kill the pain you have with a night drive. You can watch the world you love go by. It's a shame there are no stars, but we can still see Polaris. It's gonna be work, but you're only 23. There's still time. We have futures. Thanks for everything, guys. And yes, hope to see you on the road soon. You guys take care. Thanks for everything.
So my first Jimmy Eat World show, I won tickets at the 930 Club by doing a piano cover of 23. So stoked to hear Futures in its entirety. You guys rock. You're the best. You're the best to your fans. And we're hoping for better in 2021. All right. See you guys soon.
My favorite song of Futures is The World You Love. It takes me somewhere special, and hearing it live was a religious experience. And as for a memory, I want to thank Jim for being cool when he saw me cry in a parking lot. Thank you.
Hey, Tom. It's Henry here in Brooklyn.
if you're listening, whoa.
I'll say it straight and plain. Thank you for all the good times over the years, all of the show memories, and y'all will always be part of my future. See you on the road.
Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I just want to say something about Futures. It was kind of my gateway to Jimmy Eat World. I knew the middle already, but Futures was the first album I bought, and it was really important to me during one of the hardest times in my life. The song Kill in particular really helped me through because it really gave voice to a lot of the feelings that I was going through at the time. And I just want to say I really appreciate all the work that you put into your songs and the way that you're able to feed into these kinds of emotions with a lot of those songs.
Hi, Jimmy Eat World. This is Elizabeth Moses from Maryland, and I wanted to tell you that the vocal harmonies in Work make me feel everything all at once. Thank you so much. Love the music. Bye.
Futures helped me get through the hardest time of my life. I was driving down the road one evening and I popped Futures CD in when CDs were actually a thing. And when Kill came on, I came to some tough realizations. And for that short 3 minutes and 49 seconds, I actually felt empowered and I felt like I wasn't alone in my feelings. Thanks for letting me share, and thank you for sharing your life with all of us.
Thank you for 25 years of incredible music. It's kept with me my whole life. Love you.
Hey, my name is Nicole. I'm calling from Sydney, Australia. And my special memory is watching you guys perform the 10-year anniversary tour at Enmore Theatre for Futures in Sydney. For the second time I saw you guys live, and it was epic, especially when you played Disintegration. Anyway, I can't wait to see what's in store for this weekend. You guys rock. Later.
Hey, I remember when Tower Records would put the new releases for Tuesday out when the clock struck midnight on Tuesday, and waiting at Tower Records on Monday night for it to be midnight Tuesday morning to pick up Futures, and getting the deluxe package with the demos. And I still have the CDs, and it's still a fantastic memory. Thanks, guys. I love you.
I remember the day I got my license in the spring of '04. I was parked across the street from my high school, and my best friends were running towards my car for the front seat. Futures was blaring through the open windows. Truly a liberating feeling. Trade up for a fast ride, take the streets completely.
The song Kill is my favorite song on the Futures album because it perfectly describes the feelings that I had when I didn't tell someone that I loved them, and I definitely should have.
My mom got to take me to Nashville to see you, all the way from St. Louis to Nashville, and Futures is going to be one of my favorites probably. I'm excited to see you play. I love you, and you're just really a good band.
Hey Jimmy, this is Timmy. I just want to say I don't care what everybody's been saying about you guys. I think you guys rock. So take care. Bye.
Hi guys, this is Ree from the UK. Futures is my most favourite album of all time. I'm so excited for you doing this show this week, and that I'll be able to drag my 4-month-old Tegan along to her first Jimmy show from our sofa, as I'm sure we'll be doing the night feed at that time. Thank you for your music. It's literally saved my life. You guys are the best. Bye.
I love Jimmy World.
Hi, just want to say thank you for such an amazing album. It really got me through some really tough times when I was growing up, and just to hear this album live, it's just can't describe how amazing it is. Thank you very much again. Look forward to hearing the show. Ryan from Leicestershire, UK.
Futures changed my life. The whole album, 23, Polaris, Work, Kill. It's one of those albums that to me will always be timeless.
I love you, and listening to your music makes me love myself.
Thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out with us and talking about the days of Futures past. We hope you guys really like this upcoming concert film we're about to put out. Tom, you have any special moments you're looking forward to?
Yeah, and it was fun. I just want to say real quick before Tom talks, I just want to say it was really cool listening to everything everyone said. about the album. It was kind of fun to hear all the memories involved with features from our fans and the people who've supported us along the way. And like when we're making the record, we don't really think about those things, but it's cool to hear about that after the fact. And it was really neat to listen to all that.
Yes, it's never something
Go
we
ahead,
count
Tom.
on. You're just going to say pretty much that, right? I was just going to say that too, you know.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to trample on your moment, Tom.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, you guys. We hope you dig it.